Hey everybody. Okay, we are going to start into Unit 5, Vocabulary. The first two slides have the vocabulary terms and our definitions. Unit 5 is the Industrial Revolution. So industry, company, factory, workers creating a product. Industrial, an area with a lot of businesses, industries, and cottage industry. All three of these definitely relate. Cottage industry was the early form of industries. This is when people, made the goods at their home and maybe they sold from their home, sold the shirts, you knew whose house to go to, cabinets, different things like that, or they took it to the town market. We have kind of gone back into cottage industries. If you think of, um, online sales sites like Etsy, where people make things and sell it and ship it to you. So that would be a modern form of cottage industry. Capital is wealth in different forms. So the amount of cash you have, the amount of land you own, maybe the amount of cars you have, um, how much your home is worth, that would be capital. Raw materials are natural materials of man-made products. That's probably why I got the squiggly line. Okay, oops, I went too far. Sorry about that. Class, this is where we talk about this a lot. Social class, working class, middle class. So the type of role a person has in their world, society, or the type of work a person does, maybe where they fall in an area's class system. Entrepreneur, a person who starts their own business. Urban, so if you are an urbanite or you are from an urban area, this is city or town. Type of language, dress, foods, lifestyle. Think of like New York City or downtown Winston-Salem. That would be urban areas. Rural, country living, dress, foods, lifestyle. And then labor union. We're going to be introduced to labor unions in this unit, an organization that protects the rights of certain workers. All right, I have some images for you so you can see the class here. So you've got the upper class, the middle class, the lower class, and definitely based on wealth. So the type of role a person has in society, or maybe the type of work a person does. Okay. Supply and demand. This is going to be a term that we are going to go over a lot in this unit because it's what led the development of industry. So supply and demand. Supply is the quantity or the amount of the product, the number of items you make, and demand is how much is society wanting it. So we will focus more on this as we get into it, but that is one of our vocab terms. Again, supply and demand. So the amount of shoes being made as connected to the amount of shoes society or that community wants to buy. Supply and demand. Raw materials, just what it is, the natural materials that we use to run our industries or to make our products. So, we have gravel, wood, ore, the wind, metals. Another picture of raw materials. Sorry. Industrial. So industrial is an area with lots of industries or businesses. So you can see this would be an industrial area. There's a lot of businesses. You also could connect this to the word urban because it looks like city living. Urban, there we go. So we have city life, lots of shops, just that busy life where you would dress, a certain way for the urban lifestyle, the city lifestyle, probably have certain lingo, certain higher access to restaurants and businesses. So urban, city living. Rural, country living. We definitely would dress a little bit differently, talk differently, eat different foods, have less access to restaurants, businesses, things like that. So rural. Labor union, as I introduced in the vocab. So these are going to be organizations that protect the workers. This is a dress makers union, and so it would help them with their hours that they're required to work, the amount of pay that they are getting, any perks that they may have, like a lunch break, that kind of thing. In North Carolina, we do not have a teachers union. We don't have unions. North Carolina is what we call a right to hire state. So we do not have these kind of unions in North Carolina, but we're going to talk about these kind of unions in this unit. Capital, this is one form of capital, the actual wealth, money that you may have in your pocket, but capital can also be other things that would equal money were you to sell them. So the amount of land you have could be capital. The amount of cars you own, the value of your home, if you own your home. So capital is wealth in different forms, and you need capital in order to start a business, for a bank to loan you money to start a business. Cottage industry, as I introduced, this is, making things in your own home that you sell. Maybe you sell directly from your home, or you ship it out like Etsy, or you took it to your town market. Entrepreneur, someone who takes the risk and starts their own business. You got to come up with a plan. You got to have a mission statement. You got to kind of see what's the demand for what product. That's the market analysis. Come up with a strategy. See how you're going to make your business go. Entrepreneur. So if you want to start your own business, that's what you would be called. Industry is a company or a factory or workers, and they create a product. So this is a clothing industry here. All right, and that is our last picture for this unit. So review this video as often as you need, and we will be learning our vocabulary more and more as the unit goes on. All righty.